Oh, yeah. So I've talked to a couple of women before where they do like solo play, right, with toys, and they felt they became too reliant on toys to make themselves climax. So much to the point that with a guy doesn't do it for them anymore. Is there a danger of getting used to that it does affect your intimacy with other people, or is it just a mindset thing?
So there's a few things. So no, it's not that you're like numbing your clit or something, you know, there's
Like your pleasure
it's
point.
that you get used to it, that making you calm. Like you get used to, oh, this is what makes me calm, and your body gets used to that, and then it does it really fast in that way. But it would be the same with a guy, like, you know, where they get used to the grip and how fast they're going. And so if you don't want that to happen, then use different toys. You do go in different positions. Actually, like romanticize yourself, like instead of just being like, right, spot I like, toy I like, done.
Like very clinical, logical.
Make sure you're like, how do I put this in the right words?
Build a story.
You're conscious of your masturbation. You're like, you know, you're thinking about something, and make it different rather than, you know, the same each time. And I think sometimes as well, like we have like mental blocks. So you have like a accelerator and a brake when it comes to sex and arousal and orgasm. Like we physically have that in a system. So sometimes if we've told ourselves the story that we can't come with a partner, then that'll be we're worried about coming. We want to come now. Like, why aren't we? Oh, I'm not going to. So then you're pushing your brake and you're in your head and you're not in your body. Like,
yeah, very true.
So, you know, like breathing into. I used to never be able to come with a partner, never. And now I can, like, most times.
And was the shift a mindset thing, or was it literally he started doing something else?
No,
to you?
it was a mindset thing. It was breaking down those barriers, feeling completely comfortable with him, not feeling embarrassed, not being in my head, because you have, like, you know, oh, what if I smell? What if I queef? Or what if, you know, what if I look weird in this angle? And all these, then you're not here. You're here.
And you're not with the person.
Yeah, you're not present. So it's breaking down all those things. And then even things like we did it so that I would play with myself while he was kissing me or whispering things in my ear or touch. And slowly I just was able to more and more and more.
Let's do that. Okay. Yeah, because it is a losing game once you get into your head in that sexual environment, because it just gets worse, and the worse it gets, the more your body's just like, nope.
Yeah, nope, exactly. Nope. And you're tense and you're just not enjoying yourself. Yeah,
for sure. It's funny you mentioned smell. You know how they say about how someone's smell can be a sign of genetic compatibility? How real is that in your expertise? Do you know?
I've not heard of that, but I have had, weirdly, like, when I suddenly know that I shouldn't be having, you know, when you're like, no, I shouldn't be having sex with you. Like you know that you don't match anymore, or something's happened. Then like when I have sex with that person, it's like my body will get like thrush or something, because it's like my body's like, no, this person's wrong for you now.
Okay. Well, is that to do like the smell of the person, or is it just?
No, it's just weird. Like I just suddenly my body's allergic to their dick.
Okay. I built an allergy to you. I don't know what to tell you.
Sorry, but
I don't know what to tell you. That's so funny.
It's very weird.
So funny.
But I've never, like, the smell thing, and I don't know why I get so worried about things like that, because like there's times where I've gone to have sex with my husband and, like, I don't know, he's gone to the gym or something, and I just go, oh, go and wash.
Yeah, of course.
And like, why that's fine.
Yeah, of course. No,
we're human.
Like odor, I guess, like body odor from like the gym or sweating, that's a separate thing. I mean, like, because we all have our own smell, right? I was going to say musk. That sounds crude. We all have our own musk. Literally, we all have our own musk. But I mean, like just their own, because everyone has an individual smell that is identified to them.
Yeah.
Right. And I know, because I've had it where I've been with girls where, you know, And it wasn't because they were smelly or anything. It was just like, I was like, it was very neutral, like kind of smell. I was like, okay, this is kind of, don't know if I'm feeling this.
Right.
And then others where I was just like, I just want more of your essence here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I can, because like like with Georgie, we have a really nice connection. And when I saw her on Thursday, I was like, I love your smell. So, I don't think I'd necessarily do. I think though, when you like really like someone, suddenly everything about them is lush. Like, I think
this is the one thing that doesn't change.
Yeah.
And the reason I ask is because I've had it with 2 of my male friends, and I've experienced this as well, where I was dating a girl and she was lovely and everything. But for some reason over time, like there's no nice way to put this. The smell became unpleasant down there.
Oh, okay.
And it wasn't like an infection or anything like that. But also it was kind of like, okay, how do you communicate that? Or you can't, because it's like, maybe it's not you, maybe it's me.
Yeah, maybe
like maybe I just don't match your, maybe we're not genetically compatible, or maybe it is actually something else. And like I said, with a couple of my friends and me, it was kind of like, because that is too much, it's too off-putting. I couldn't address it, or I felt like I couldn't address it, because I was like, maybe it's not you, maybe it's me. Like I just don't match with your smell.
Yeah.
Or maybe there is something, but then how do you address that? And so it just kind of ended it.
Yeah, that's really hard.
What would you do in that situation?
I think I'd just be frank, but say, I don't know
what if you were the girl? You're the girl, you're seeing a guy.
What? And they said to me like, I can't deal with the smell.
Well, like it's at a point where either he addresses this smell to see if it's something, or he kind of just ends it.
I'd rather them address it, because I'd be like, what did I do wrong?
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, we're human. Like sometimes.
Because I think there's so much. When you like someone, you don't want to hurt their feelings.
No.
And you don't want them to be self-conscious, because it's like, you don't like my smell. And then every time we get intimate, it's like, so I was like, maybe it's me and some other guy just matches you better. So there's no point in me putting this potential seed of insecurity.
But then she's going to be like, but then why did you leave me? Or why did we break up? And she's going to think like, is it something I said? Is it something I did? And you just go over and over. I'd rather just somebody be frankly honest with me. Maybe it's like the neurodivergence, but just tell me shit straight.
Yeah.
Because then I know.
Yeah.
It's better. I personally would much prefer to know than to question for the rest of my life. Like what?
Yeah, of course. I mean, obviously, it wouldn't be like,
you just stink.
You fucking reek, bitch.
But to be honest as well, though, like we do live in a world where actually, like our pH is off, man, because we're taught to wash. Like, don't wash your bits with soap.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
It's messing up your pH, and then you do stink, and then because you stink, you use more soap. Like,
never-ending battle.
They're not silly. They're selling you it so that you buy more. What's better than selling you to the solution that also causes the problem?
So, facts. Big Pharma, don't come for me. Next question. Oh yeah. So I think on one of your videos, you mentioned that sometimes people feel empty after casual sex. Mm-hmm. Why do you think that is? And how can people move forward with that?
Because they're using it to escape.
So say more.
Why are you having sex? It's the same as like, why are you drinking? Why are you eating this food? Why are you, somebody can really enjoy a massive greasy pizza and it's delicious. But if they're eating that, if they're eating that pizza with somebody they love and they're having a great time and it tastes good and they're tasting all the things and they don't feel bad, that's great. If they're eating that pizza because they hate their life and they need something to give them dopamine to make them escape from whatever it is that they're hiding from, as soon as it's over, as soon as you finish eating the pizza, as soon as you've stopped having sex, as soon as the night's over and you're not drinking anymore, you feel crap because all those feelings that you're running from have come back.
Right. So it's not the actual act of the casual sex. It's from why they're choosing to indulge in it. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Have you found any differences in how men and women choose to indulge in that? In your experience?
Slightly. Like, I think perhaps men, if they're like having casual sex, it's like a bit of an ego stroke, like, you know, I want to...
validation.
Whereas for women, it's like, make me feel something. Like, oh, you know, I have company, give me this care. And so I do think so, but it's the same. It's also the same. It's validation, essentially, and like escaping and like, I think it's just... You can do it with anything. It can become unhealthy with anything. And we're not taught to sit with feelings anymore.
Yeah.
We're just taught to like run from them.
Yeah. Or we have so many things at our disposal that help us not address what's going on. Mm-hmm. You know, casual sex, video games, porn, whatever it is.
Social media, likes, everything. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. If you were Prime Minister, what's the first law you would implement? No more products to washing genitals. They're all banned.
What would I put? Oh, God. I'm going to say some like really left-wing stuff now.
Do it. Go for it.
I think I would cap the maximum earning, and everything that was earned above that would go back in. Because nobody needs more than, £5 million. Nobody needs that.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Nobody needs that. If it's sat there, can't we pay for
what half of that's going to people who are prostitutes, trading money for sex? Then still give them back.
Well, that's great, but if it's sat in a bank account and you're hoarding money, there's no need for it. Since I've been earning lots of money, I just try and hire as many of my friends as possible, because literally giving them an extra £200, £300, £400 a month is life-changing.
Yeah.
And they go from not being able to afford heating to actually being able to buy a nice present for their kid at Christmas and go to the zoo once a month. Like, it makes a humongous difference. Such a small amount of money, and there's absolutely no reason why anyone needs ridiculous amounts of money while someone else can't even afford to be warm.
I agree with you. I think it's interesting that you said you hire your friends. Why your friends, not people you don't know who are in less fortunate positions? Because
they are in absolute basic need. They are people.
Like they are. Okay.
Yeah, like I had nothing growing up. Like, I would like steal pound coins off the floor to pay for a sausage roll. Like,
right.
So where I am, like, people that I'm surrounded by are people that can't afford to pay for their NHS prescription. And I don't want to just give them money because then they feel bad. So I'd rather give them something to do, and then they've earned the money.
And then they've earned it. So that's even for their own, to help how they see themselves. Yeah. As opposed to you just giving them, they're like, well, don't give me a handout, because they have respect for themselves. Yeah, because they're like, no,
I don't want your money. I don't want your handout. But if I'm like, well, could you do this for me? And I'll give you this money.
Yeah. Then man, maybe you should be Prime Minister. You should be Prime Minister.
Just be a big orgy all the time. I think the world would be happier.
I'll be there. Hope you really enjoyed that clip. If you want to watch the full episode where that clip is from, then I want you to click right here where you can watch the full episode. And if you're ready to claim your man today, enroll in my program below, and I'll see you there. Wishing you an amazing day.